Welcome to the USO Arena, and tonight you join us for our DoDEA eSports Pacific broadcast. We've got 4 great teams ready to face off in 2 games, one in Rocket League and the second in Valorant. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer. I'm joined by Dallin Stars, and we're going to call all of the action for you here tonight. But before we do that, we want to give a special shout out to the USO, who has been the nation's leading organization supporting the men and women in the U.S. military throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they join, through their assignments and deployments, and as they transition back to civilian life, the USO has always been by our service members' side. Let's get down to the action, as we have got Rocket League on deck, and a school that we have seen before many times. Edgren, who is kind of becoming a regular here, going up against Guam at the very southern tip of the Pacific region. I mean, if you look at the map behind us here, you can see they're quite isolated all the way. Wow. There's quite a big difference there, and so they're kind of representing that whole South Pacific region themselves.
They're kind of the complete southern and the highest northern there. That's really cool.
But you can also see where all these schools are from. Schools from across Japan, South Korea, Okinawa, and then Guam. So last time I think we saw Guam, though, I don't believe they had too much luck, though, and Edgren has been one of the most challenging teams to go up against in terms of Rocket League. And I think a lot of that just comes down to, once you get that little bit of skill and that little bit of maneuverability in Rocket League, the speed differential that just starts to make itself apparent between both teams really shows itself. Once you know how to consistently get boost, once you know how to feather that boost and go through the air, it's a night and day showing between the two teams.
And I mean, there's not only just that, there's also just communication. Communication's got to be on point for both of these teams, you know, making sure that in alignment with the speed, that information's getting passed around as quickly as possible to make sure that everything is getting just where it needs to be.
And we're just about ready to head into this first match. Remember, also, these Rocket League matches do test the endurance of these players sometimes. If we get those longer matches that go on Game 5 and onwards, you can really see these two teams. And if I do remember correctly, in DoDEA Pacific, it is a best of 7. So, well, on beyond to Game 5, and teams start, whoa,
where are we going?
We're going down to eSports action is where we're going. Edgren High School versus Guam High School. See, they just so excited to get to the game. We didn't even wait for the door. We got to get going, yeah. All right, off we go. Here we go. Game number 1 as the first kickoff in favor of Edgren, although Guam has possession of it right now. It's going to head on over to Braden Chill, and he's going to get it to midfield, and a nice 50 between both people. It looks like Lux gets it. Ethan now trying to take the ball back up in a counterattack, but Sunbow's going to take it away from him. You know, both these teams looking pretty even so far.
Absolutely, we're gonna see Chill. All right, let me get a little bit of the read on these players. So we got Braden, G-Ted, and Sunbow.
Yep, Sunbow, and then Ethan. I'm gonna go Bioppers and Lucas, or Bloopers. You could go Bloopers, yeah.
I was gonna say Bloopers. That was my guess.
We'll go Bloopers. It's more fun to say anyway.
It is more fun to say. We're gonna see Sunbow getting a handle on this ball, trying to turn it around, but it's going to be Bloopers. It is so fun to say. Going to be deflected by Ethan, sent towards mid. Trying to line it up, but Lux is not going to let that happen. Going to send it back out, try and get it around this corner, over to the other side, send it back towards mid, over to Lux. Off that back wall.
Meanwhile, we have Joted misses the ball, so it's now up to Bloopers to dribble it back up the field. We've had about a minute and a half pass. Demo in midfield. Oh, the ball's going to rebound back into Edgren's goal, and Guam puts one on the board early.
A little bit of an awkward position there. I need a little bit of, I don't know. It was weird for me to process that. And off to, oh, no way. Whoa.
That was, okay, Dal, I know you're a little shocked. Well, I'll tell you what happened there. The follow-up was absolutely perfect from Ethan. The rotation was dead on point. I have to think that some of that communication you were talking about might come into play, almost getting one right off the kickoff. And things are starting to get spicy now with about 3 minutes left.
Gonna be evening up the score here. Gonna send it back. But it's gonna be Jedid and Sunbow. Can't quite get a handle on this ball. Lux almost gets a good angle there. Ethan. Sunbow, who is gonna try it. Never mind. Bloopers is there. Almost a straight angle. Fortunately, I was worried Ethan wouldn't get a handle there. He's gonna get sent down. Awkward angle potential to get a shot in. Not quite.
Oh, what a quick rebound there. He was trying to clear, but Braden Schill gets right up in his face, stops the clear, and scores a goal on top of that.
That did not look like an angle which it could go in, but wait a second.
Braden's on fire here. Well, I might have said Guam might have had a little bit of a struggle last. Obviously, though, I wasn't aware of Braden Schill here.
Yeah, Braden Schill, a very, very important member of the team. I'm looking for a little bit of an underdog story. I mean, you were talking about Guam did not have a very fortunate game previously, so something like this, especially against Edgren, I would love to see something much more competitive.
Braden Schill gets one shot back to mid. It's going to be stopped by Ethan. Ethan now puts shot on goal. Double commit on the save. They do manage to find it, but the follow-up coming through. Braden Schill pushes it off to the side of just the right time. They both committed, and the goal is wide open for Lucas.
This is going to be...
Or Lux to collect.
You can tell that this is going to be an intense series. We're barely 3 minutes in, and we're already up 3-2. Call me crazy, but I could see it feasibly going to Game 7.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. Yeah, I actually do think it's Lucas because his name is abbreviated the exact same way as Ethan's. So.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. And then there's bloopers.
There's bloopers all by himself, blooping around.
Good old bloopers.
Oh, Jedid now with a shot on goal and a nice save by bloopers. Takes it with one touch. Lucas now following up. Oh, that was looking to be a great team play.
I saw the vision there.
I saw the vision. I saw the path.
But alas, Ethan going to try and get a handle here. Sends it over to the other corner. Whoa, 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 whoa. Weaving, weaving. He stopped right there. He just waited for his moment to strike. And just like that, there's only a minute to go here. Edgren on the back foot. Got to make some sort of move here fast.
Oh, shot up. No.
Oh, a little bit too wide. Lucas, gonna potentially, nope, gonna be stopped.
Lucas now ready. Oh, flip reset to go. Ethan. Oh, almost with the follow-up. We got about 30 seconds left in this first game. Bloopers puts it up high to the left. Can't follow it up himself, and there's no one near it, so it's open for Sunbow. And now Jedid, not going to find it. But they have a big enough lead that all they have to do is make sure they defend against shots like that.
Gonna keep on trying to put these shots on goal here. Ethan, there we go. You need that then and there. You got 15 seconds left, hoping for potentially a kickoff goal or just to keep it in the air at this point. It's gonna be really close. Off the wall, no one seems to wait. Whoa, Sunbow, the last defender. And we're gonna see it start counting down. One last hope off this back wall. Lucas tries it. Ethan. Oh, that was close. Oh.
So if you were to ask the question on who is the best player overall, I think it has to be Braden Schill.
It has to be Braden.
But you have two players on Edgren who are very close in his footsteps and might be the ones that actually, if they're working together, they can make up for that differential. You know, it's kind of more of a more solid team composition versus one really star player for both teams. We can actually see the full lineups here.
Obviously Braden Schill has had a very strong start, and we're getting a look at all the players here. We also have Garwini, who may show up eventually. We'll see.
Yeah, might be a crucial substitute. We'll just have to see if he's brought into the action for Edgren.
I mean, just like overall, that was a really, really good game one on both sides. I mean, obviously we were thinking that Edgren was going to go into this strong, but Guam turned this around, just continued to keep going. Once they got that first goal, and immediately it was just the second one after that, and they just kept going.
Well, now we move on to game number 2 to see if Guam continues on this momentum streak or if Edgren, which I think they're still going to give them a pretty good game. I mean, they only lost that 1-by-1 goal, and it was very competitive till the end.
Oh, yeah. Going in here, game 2. And just like that, almost
Lucas.
perfect.
Oh, goal!
It's glorious. It's glorious.
Edgren coming right out of the gate with a quick goal.
You know, I gotta appreciate both of these teams because there are a lot of Rocket teams out there who kind of like, you know, it's good to have both prioritizing like your offense, but especially your defense. I love it when we get like both high scoring scores from both teams. I love it when we get stuff like that. Chill almost gets his goal to even it out, but it is going to be stopped. Lucas going to pass it away. Chill and can't quite get a read on the ball here. Going to get it sent back towards mid. We're going to be seeing first Shadow leader. That's a new guy.
That is a new guy. Quick little substitute for Guam that we weren't seeing. He wasn't in the roster, but could also be a similar player with just a different, maybe he's got to play a Shadow to, you know, Sonic 3 did do very well at the box office, so maybe he's just trying to put luck on his side. Lucas with the pass over to Ethan, now ready to make his way up the field. Fakes out Braden Chill and demos him. Still, though, Guam gets a solid clear. 50 in the air. Jada gets the better of it. And now it's going to set up for Braden off the front post. And is there a follow-up? There isn't, but that was almost quite a clutch equalizer.
Lucas going to try and loop it back around. Off the back wall, looking for some sort of angle, but it's too high. He's going to get sent back over to the other side once again. Gigi's going to try and send it over to Orange. Am I saying orange? I'm confused. I'm seeing colors.
I mean, sometimes you just got to go blue versus orange.
Blue versus orange. That's what it is at the base of it.
Meanwhile, Bloopers, nice little flick off to the side, play off the wall. He's trying to fake out both players on the left, but the ball's going to head clear on over to the right side of the field. Very huge clear back on over to Edgren.
Lucas.
Shot to mid, no one to pass to though, blocked by Shadow. Braden trying to beat Ethan to it around the corner. Can't take it away from him. Ball just gets pinched between them, but the side control still in favor of Edgren. Currently leading by 1 as we make our way to halftime.
Bloopers tried to serve it out, but it's not going to go the way that they were hoping. Lucas potentially getting it off. Chillin serves a little bit too high, can't quite get it in. Goes for another shot, not quite. Chill gets it over two. Oh, the 1v3, I almost saw it. Not quite there. Chill is everywhere, all over the map, all at once.
Jitted now, shot on goal, bounces off 2 goalies and now heads back to mid. Bloopers, 1 touch off the wall, gets away from him though. Shadow whiffs, but now Braden has it, now Jitted in tow. It's been Jitted and Braden who have mostly been working together on their pushes. Shadow passes it to the back corner, Ethan goes running after it. Goes for the double touch, flip reset, or just another touch. Gets it to mid, but can't get it much past there.
Jitted trying to get back over to the ball. It's going to be Lucas trying to serve it up. Jitted gets it barely out of the way, sent back towards mid. Ethan almost, I saw the vision there, it was close. Jitted sends it back over, but there's no one to pass it to. It's going to send back over to the other side. Chill looks like he might, no, not quite. Ethan going to keep a good, strong hold on the ball.
All right, there's still time.
There is still plenty of time. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah, and just a little bit too much hesitation from Edgren to committing to that save. They waited half a second too long, and the ball went flying right past him. Now it's an entirely new game. Both teams tied, less than a minute to go. The shot will go off the crossbar, fakes them all out, and gets the lead back.
Gets it when it counts. 30 seconds left. We're in a similar situation what we saw before. Have to get this goal in very quick. Ask and you shall receive.
Wow, Shadow. We've been kind of counting him out as like he hasn't been the front runner of his team in terms of offense, but when they needed him most, he tied it on up handily. Now just 30 seconds left. Lucas places one up off the backboard, and they're trying to play backboard defense, keep it away from a follow-up. Braden, looks like a double commit by Guam. Trying to clear that. It's going to force a bit. A bit of reorganization on their point, as that pinch could have been a lot more deadly. Bloopers now putting it on the goal, and it's going to be too wide.
Just a little bit too wide. Lucas trying to go for another shot here, but it's going to get sent back over. Tries to redirect it again, and it's going to be overtime, just like that. I didn't even look at the timer. Gets sent back over to the side. Lucas sends it over the top, but there's no one there. Shadow and Jitted. Never mind.
Braden Chill now up to the, Lucas, nice steal away from him. Can he center it? Blocked by Shadow. Demo in midfield. Now both teams back up to full strength.
Jitted with a really good save there. It's going to be Shadow, tries to send it back out. Ethan, almost. Lucas, almost perfect here. And
quickly, end it and get the win for Edgren. So now we're tied 1 apiece. Well, I do feel like I have to revise one thing I said after the first game, because I did say that Guam was kind of a whole team of it's just Braden Chill and no one else, but the other two players really stepped up during that game. They were the ones who got the goal, not Braden Chill.
Absolutely.
So it's coming apparent that the skill is spread out pretty evenly across the whole team.
Shadow with the surprise appearance and also the surprise goal there. I did not see that coming in any way, shape, or form.
Both goals actually were right out of the blue. That second one to tie it up with 33 seconds left. They found a way of just getting these quick goals off the kickoffs that was just beautiful to watch. So we are heading into game 3. Things basically reset to a best of 5 and a guarantee for us that it will go at least to game 5. And that's when I said that all crucial attrition starts to set in.
It is an endurance test after all. You start getting to a point, game 5, game 6, game 7, and you really start to feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a definite fact. Although that's something easy for us to say, but also a lot of Rocket League players I've talked to, I'm like, man, it must be such a slog going through best of 7, and they're like, I can't believe it ended so soon. I mean, they're so in the zone, and apparently Guam wasn't in the zone there. They almost got scored on, as they were all going off for boost. Almost scored on an open goal. Jitted, nice dunk right over Bloopers.
Going to be substituting out Shadow for Cheeseburger here. I'm loving this. I'm loving this co-op that they've been doing. Just running out a third man each time. It's fun.
Meanwhile, Braden and Jitted are going to still stay in there. Lucas takes the ball. One touch, dribbling it on the field. Cheeseburger to contest. Ball back to mid. Cheeseburger loses it in the air dribble. Lucas runs right into Braden Chill. Into the back corner. Ethan just gets a slight redirect. We'll leave it for Lucas.
Clear shot on goal, barely hit out of the way. That would have been close.
It definitely would have been close.
Bloopers. Managing good strong hold on the ball, but I thought it was too narrow, but that was just straight in. Perfect shot from Bloopers. Now these kickoff goals, we've seen them before. I get a little worried each time. Braden chill. Looks to serve up a good shot. Not gonna happen. Lucas gonna steal it, send it out of the way. Cheeseburger's looking for another. Cheeseburger XX.
We're getting the super size basically. Well, he still has yet to get on the activity feed. It's been very quiet for Guam this whole round, actually. Only Jitted making a little bit of an appearance.
Hello.
Bro, Braden chill. He heard my words, and he heard me and said, hey, you forgot about me.
I think both of these teams are very strong at kickoff. I mean, a lot of the goals that we've seen so far have been kickoff goals, and it's something like that. We almost saw it again. It's just like these first 5 seconds are when we're seeing a lot of the goal activity. If it's not then it kind of stalls out a little bit. Ethan going to be sending it to the corner. Jitted not going to let that happen. Tries to find a good angle, but it's going to be Bloopers. Passing it over to Ethan. Braden on defense. Oh. Can't be too careful.
Oh, what a steal by Ethan.
It's going to be a little bit too high. Going to try and reserve it again. Lucas can't quite get a hold on the ball, but there's going to be Ethan redirected back towards the wall.
Now going with one touch, make it two. Tries to pitch it off the ground up, coming on the save. Ethan pass to Bloopers. They get it past midfield. Lucas now chasing after the ball. Beats Jitted to it on the 100, and they almost set it up for the shot on goal. But Guam just manages to claw it away from them. Cheeseburger has his shot blocked. Ethan now ready to set up for Lucas. Oh!
It's going to be Bloopers. Doesn't quite hit it. Jitted going to send it out of the way. Trying to find a good shot here, but Bloopers can't quite get a hold on the ball. Could have a good hit here. Lucas going to send it out of the way. It's going to be not quite Ethan. Hit by Cheeseburger out of the way.
Braden beats Ethan to it on the 50, gets a solid shot on goal, has to force Lucas to move in to save, picks up the 100 on the side, trying to play around him or at least keep it away from Cheeseburger, steals the boost again from Guam, although doesn't really put that much of a dent in their boost tanks. They're still finding a way to keep them mostly filled up past half.
Both of these teams are really even in terms of skill. It's just every single round so far has just been like these 1-1 or 2-2. It's just very, very close each and every time. And Braden off the wall is going to give Guam a point up here. Well, with only 50 seconds left to go, we've seen situations like this. Call it deja vu.
Lucas, one shot back. Jitted blocks. Ethan moves in. Oh, Lucas. Oh, Braden manages to sneak under two Edgren Eagles and tries to manage to put a shot on goal, but the ball, as quickly as it rebounds, you got to make sure you don't overextend. Guam will pass it off to the side. Cheeseburger picks up the boost. Now pass to Jitted in mid. This is beautiful. And it's going to score with Cheeseburger getting the final touch in.
And that's
all sorts of beautiful artery clogging goodness. I'm hungry for a cheeseburger now. I'm probably gonna. Thank you very much. You've decided my dinner for me. I mean that quite literally. I'm gonna probably pick one up on the way home.
And that's gonna secure game number 3 here for Guam. It's gonna be 2-1 overall. Overall, that was, I mean, again, each and every single one of these rounds that we've seen thus far have been very, very close, and it's just been a lot of back and forth, And unless it's going to be a kickoff goal, which we've seen many a time, it's just going to be very, very balanced, I guess.
I'm a bit nervous, though. with as close as it is, and you say back and forth, some teams do take that to heart and trade wins back and forth until we go on to Game 7.
I don't want to jinx it.
I mean,
I
there's a world of difference between Guam winning this next one and going to match point. And then Edgren's going to be, if that happens, then they've got to win the next 3 games in a row to win. Whereas if Edgren wins this game, then we're back to 2-2 and it's still anyone's game. It's just a world of difference in results from this scoreline. 2-1 currently heading into Game 4.
I mean, and especially if it is Guam who once again wins this round, then it's going to be a real endurance test for Edgren. Imagine
Joe, ready to move on in. Oh.
Again, each and every time, it's these almost kickoff goals that are only like 10 seconds in. Ethan sending it over to Lucas. Lucas sending it out of the way, up off the wall, tries to get a good shot in, passing to Ethan, not quite.
Cheeseburger following the ball up the field. Lucas played above him. Braden Chelsea. Oh, Joe Jiddon now has to try to beat it.
Opportunity.
Oh. Only a little bit of inaccuracy. That's the only thing that Guam had to thank there for that goal not being scored.
Jiddon now with a solid shot back to mid. Still manages to play it past Ethan. Get even more ground. Cooper's going to try to clear. Nice block by Braden Shelf.
Now Jiddon comes in to set it on up. Oh, but just enough of a deflection from Lucas to keep the ball high enough away from those follow. And the quick counterattack by Edgren puts them into the lead.
I gotta say, each and every single one of these players has had a standout moment so far. We were hyping up Braden at the beginning, but I think each and every one of these players has significantly helped to, keep this game as even as it is so far. It's gonna be bloopers. Stolen. Cheeseburger, try to get it up over the air, passing it, but it's a little bit too off. Oh, almost.
Braden Chill. Oh, nice body block there by Edgren. Still though, Guam looking for the equalizer. Lucas following it up off the backboard. Oh!
Almost.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Almost.
That would have been so well set up, but he knocks it out of the way. Ooh, that's magic. Although the pinch here works out in Guam's favor and everyone's caught off guard.
Rolled right
Ball
in.
trundles on into the goal past the front post.
Trundles?
Yeah, that was a trundle.
I've never heard that verb before. I'm sorry. Caught me off guard. It's going to be Braden off the back wall. Jiddon sending it out of the way. Try to get another shot in. But it's going to be Lucas passing it over on top of Cheeseburger over to Ethan. But it's going to be too narrow.
Trundles, verb, moving slowly or heavily.
You're right. That ball was trundling. You are right. I'll give it up.
All right, that's enough of the word of the day. Back to the game, which is still anyone's. Braden Chill, this is a great setup here. Batillo, what a demo onto Cheeseburger. He had it lined up and he was too focused on the ball itself. Oh, what a great play by Edgren.
Lucas going to save the ball, send it over, back over to the wall. Try to find a good angle here. Ethan, a little bit too high. Try to go for another shot. Back over the wall. It's going to be Cheeseburger. Can't quite get a hit on it. Sent back into the corner once more. Lucas, neither player hitting the ball there. What? And just like that. I mean, it wasn't quite a trundle, I will say. That was a more leisurely pace. I think there's a bit of distinction there, and once again, almost kickoff goal again.
But still plenty of time for Guam to tie it back up. This seems to be their wheelhouse, tying the game back up. Haven't seen a lead of more than one. Almost happened there, but Bloopers now to set it up. Lucas comes in. It's aimed. It's off the post, but a great follow-up. Everyone gets in on it for Edgren, and that's the biggest lead now that we've seen this match. 2 goals.
Now, I might be calling it a bit too early here, but I'm seeing a bit of a lead here. And as you just said, it's rarely ever higher than a 1-point lead. And right now, Edgren is up 3-1. I'm seeing a bit of that back and forth we were talking about. Oh boy, strap in. We might just be going to a game 7 here. At least to a game 6. And, oh.
Okay, yeah, we're going.
Yeah, we're going to game 6. And with 40 seconds left on the board, it's gonna be. It has to be a bunch of kickoff goals, and I don't see that happening. It's going to be a lot of stalling here from Edgren. Jitted
to oh!
Almost. Not quite there.
Although the counterattack, they moved up.
But I'm not going to blame them too much in that situation. When you're trailing by that much, you got to go all in.
You have to. You have to.
Yes, you gotta.
You gotta. Gets right up to the ball, scoops it up.
Oh, Lucas. It's going to drop right down. Oh, nope. Not to be there, and even if they did score a goal there just isn't enough time to make up this 4-goal deficit that Edgren now has for themselves.
And we are now at 2 apiece for the entire match. Guaranteed to see at least game 6.
Just keeping it in the air. It's so fun. It's like a balloon. You know when you have a balloon.
At parties, yeah.
It's the
an
most...
air-filled balloon, though, not helium.
Oh yeah, no, not helium.
Unless you want to try to do it inverse.
Do it inverse. Try and keep it as low to the ground if it hits the ceiling.
Well, we're already starting to lose our minds that at a very crucial juncture, that 5-game mark that I was talking earlier. So we know that we're already a little bit checked out of it, but the question is, are any of the players going to be?
Silly hour hits hard and fast. Yeah, I mean, obviously we aren't quite up to the endurance pace that all of these players are up to. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit.
Well, let's get back to this battle. And you know what I just noticed? It is a true battle of North versus South.
Oh, yeah.
Edgren is the farthest North team,
that's what I'm
where
pointing at.
Guam is the farthest South.
That's really cool.
And it's all balanced right now, 2 apiece. Still no major hints on who will win this. Although we got, Jitted and Sunbow's back in it for Guam. So Cheeseburger out, Sunbow in.
Welcome back, bud. We missed you. Bloopers. Gonna try and get it over Braden. Gonna get the demo. Pass over to Ethan. Got it out of the way by Lucas. And with that, wow! That was... He really guided it into the goal there. Yeah. Just a perfect straight shot. Jitted. No. A lot of these, I'm so used to like almost every player diving for the ball at the same time, so it's really weird for me to just see, either Edgren or Guam just sitting and waiting for the other team to hit instead. It's a different strategy. I kind of like it. Wait. Sunbow. Welcome back to the team.
Also, thank you very much for making me gasp at just the right. I was literally inhaling there right as it happened, so that wasn't an intentional gasp. That was like actually caught me off guard in the moment. Well, meanwhile, Lucas trying to just body it past. Like a triple commit there from Guam.
Yeah.
I told you, silly stuff starts to happen in game 5, and if Guam is starting to make mistakes like that, could be an opening for Edgren to go to match point, win 2 in a row. Lucas now to set it up off the backboard, and he gets the second touch, but it's not accurate enough. But that was a good opportunity.
Gonna send back over to Bloopers. Try and find another goal here. Not quite. Ethan, off the corner, sends it back to Bloopers, up in the air. It's going to be Ethan trying to straighten it out here. Jitted's going to get to it first. But Lucas, if he's able to get it around Sunbow, not quite. Braden scoops the ball up, able to get it over bloopers, but it's going to be Ethan sending it back over to the wall. Ethan once again, stolen by Jitted. But bloopers, almost perfect. A little bit of an overcommit from Guam. I'm glad they were able to get back there in time.
2 minutes, 50 seconds. Lucas. Oh, nice solo play. Edgren's back in the lead.
This could offset the back and forth that we've been seeing if they turn the scales here.
I mean, I think it's that crucial second goal that tips the scales ultimately in one favor. If it's been a 1-goal lead, then we've usually seen equalization. But what we saw in Game 4, once that second goal was scored, the floodgates were open for Edgren, and they couldn't find it. What a beautiful redirect! It sets it up for another shot. Oh,
that was such a.
It wasn't accurate enough to go in, but it was darn near perfect.
Lucas tries to find another shot here. Not really. That was weird. Ethan able to loop it around. Jaded will be able to save it in the nick of time. Sunbow. Over to Jaded, off the wall. Rolls it around the corner, and Jaded's gonna not quite be able to hit the ball. Send it back over to the wall again. Off the top. Lucas not quite able to get a hit on it. It's going to be Braden hitting it off the wall, but there's no one there except for Sunbow, but it's too narrow.
About a minute and a half left. Edgren holding on to a delicate 1-goal lead. Braden Chill to the back corner. Jidit, second shot on the goal, perfectly aimed, and Guam ties it up.
2-2, 1:25 left.
Every single one of these games has been so close so far. I couldn't tell you who I think is going to win this one right now. It's every single game has been like this. They're so even in terms of skill. Lucas
Flip
tries
reset.
to find it. Braden tries to tech it around, but not quite.
Bloopers to Ethan, quick play,
And the timing's just a bit off. That goal was wide open, though.
It's going to be off the wall. Sunbow. But Ethan is not going to let that happen. Braden tries to find the shot from Ethan, turning it around. A little bit of an overcommit there, but it's too wide.
Jidit shot up.
I was worried there. Sunbow.
Loopers wasn't, though. He was there.
Oh, yeah.
Knocked it out of the way. Now we're... Sunbow gets a light touch on it, and Guam pulls themselves into the lead with 2 in a row. Just 14 seconds left.
Wait!
Shell puts
And that's
another
gonna-
one on. That's going to be this
Yeah.
game, at least.
Just like that, yep. All these seconds left to go. It's time for another juggling match. Unless... Okay.
So this is really good news for Guam. Because at best, they could put it away this next game. But even if they lose this next game, the pattern, once it's established between two teams of win-lose, 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 it seems the two teams can't shake that pattern to save their life. So
Guam, Edgren, Guam, Edgren, Edgren,
Guam at the very end.
Curious.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned that once before. It's just like that back and forth. I thought...
It's always best when you're on the favorable side of the eeny meeny.
I play both sides, so I always come in on top.
There you go. You're a heads you lose, tails I win kind of guy.
Yeah, that's.
I like it.
I've done that once with my kid brother before. The heads I win, tails you lose. He didn't figure it out until I flipped it the 5th time. I just kept winning.
Beautiful, beautiful. But the only way to win here is to get a clean win, more goals than your opponent, and for most of the game.
Wow.
Oh, a fake out on the
Every
kickoff,
time.
almost.
Every time, it scares me.
I know. Almost proves deadly for Edgren. Guam gets a good bit of territory off of that, though. Braden Show, okay, Cheeseburger's back. He could be the one to put it away for Guam.
I will say shout out to Sunbow there that last game. Unfortunately, he's not here again because he was definitely, I say, the MVP for Game 5 because he was phenomenal. It's going to be a bit of a fight here. Jitted. Off the walls. And it's going to be Cheeseburger, sends it up a bit too high, and it's going to be Braden. There we go. That's teamwork right there. That's teamwork.
Less than a minute to get the first goal of the game. Next kickoff, Lucas contests this time. But a quick follow-up by Braden Shell is going to force Ethan to find a save. Now Braden Shell follows up again. Lucas gets it past Jitted. But there isn't anyone to keep the play going, so the ball will go off to the far corner. Nice little tap by Braden. They play it off the wall. Ethan answers it right back. Lucas to redirect. The redirect doesn't really go in a good direction, however.
Sends it straight over to Braden. It's going to be bloopers. Try to send it back. There's going to be a demo, and Lucas has to send it out of the way. Able to get it over Jitted. Sees an angle here. Off the wall over to Ethan. It's going to be in. Oh, that was nice. That was real nice. Going to be evening out the score once more. S'more.
You're trying to use the Ethan Lucas kind of abbreviation tactic.
Meanwhile, Braden Shell. Oh. Jitted demoed.
It's going to be Ethan. Try to guide it out of the way. Lucas. Good defense, but it's going to be Braden who plays off of that. It's going to go up to 2-1. 3 minutes left.
He came out swinging in game 1, helped lead his team to a victory there. It seems he's back to being red hot now. For Lucas, bloopers now. Push it forward.
Going to be a little bit of an awkward position here for Edgren. Able to get it out of the way, though. Bloopers off the wall. Passing it. Oh, not quite. Cheeseburger going to send it off again. Off the back corner. Sees an angle. And if it's Cheeseburger here, not quite. Gets sent off a little bit too far to the right. With a demo. Try to seize on that opportunity as fast as possible, but by now he's already respawned.
Braden moves in.
Oh! Oh! Don't play with me now. I want that ball in that goal. That would be fun to see.
1:45 left. Small lead by Guam, but it could be what carries them to the match victory. But they're losing a lot of ground here as Ethan goes in for the shot. All of them miss, but the shot's too wide. It doesn't matter anyway. Lucas now to bloopers, or Ethan goes in for the other shot. And we're tied up.
Oh, I don't know. I'm seeing. You're seeing what I'm seeing here. I mean, at a point like this, I think Guam is going to definitely be feeling a little bit more comfortable than Edgren is. They have to get this goal in order to stay in it.
A little over a minute left to decide the possibly match.
Oh!
One of those clears that turns into a shot on goal. Never what you want to go up against.
It's going to be Lucas. Can't quite get a good angle there to work off of. Ethan, try to find a way to pass it over to bloopers. Gets it over Cheeseburger, but it's going to be jitted. Sends it back over to the Edgren goal. With only 37 seconds left to go, it's going to be getting real close. Oh, wow. All right. It might be happening.
It just might. The pattern.
Oh, man. Yeah, Game 7 seems like much more of a possibility right now. And definitely with only 20 seconds left to go. Goal.
I mean, it's 20 seconds to score. Oh, huge demo onto Braden there. He'll respawn, but do they have enough time to gain back all that ground and make a shot to tie it? Braden is going to do the best he can. Now moves in for the follow-up. Oh, the accuracy isn't there. Cheeseburger's follow-up. Oh, two. Oh, that was so close.
That was close.
Looks like we're going to Game 7.
Now, you know, I hate to be a little bit superstitious, but there's a pattern. There's a bit of a pattern that we're seeing right now.
And you're the first one to notice that pattern.
I'm just saying, you know, a little bit of a Guam, Edgren, Guam, Edgren, Guam, Edwin. Guam.
You would think.
You would think. I don't know. Maybe Edwin can change the fates themselves and turn this around. Every single one of these games has been incredibly close so far. So I could see this going either way, regardless of patterns or, you know, anything like that.
Well, it all comes down to this. Let's get to it. Game 7 in this match. One of these teams must be declared a winner here. I know you two like to trade wins back and forth. It's been cute, but we cannot tolerate it anymore.
There's no ties.
Whoever wins this wins it. And don't you dare think about going to overtime.
You can't tie in Rocket League. It's not allowed.
Lucas now ready to move.
Whoa. That was a weird angle. It scared me.
Off bloopers goes, pass to Ethan on the side. And they're not going to get their shot. Nice block by Guam. Jadid carrying it back over.
Oh, Sunbo back in the running once more. Love that guy.
Oh, but you're not going to get a shot on the goal. Nice job of keep away from bloopers. Ethan now pass to Lucas. And Lucas it does a back pass towards his own goal. Doesn't turn into a goal, but it's shocking to see at a game where the stakes are this high.
Lucas off the wall. With a bit of an overcommit here, things got a little bit scary, a little dicey for Guam, but they're able to get it back over to the other side. Bloopers, passing over to Lucas off the wall. It's going to be Ethan trying to find a good shot here. Braden not going to let that happen. Lucas, two bloopers. Back to Lucas. Off the wall. No one's there to execute on that. Back off the top again. Oh, stolen by Braden. Wow. It's going to be Lucas off the top. Real close once more. It's a bit of a Guam lead. Edgren feeling a little bit more incentivized here to try and get some sort of reversal here. Almost finds it, but shoots a little bit too high. Oh, I almost saw another trundle.
The trundles always sneak up on you, don't they?
Yes, indeed.
It's just the nature of trundling.
Lucas, off the side, get it over both of Guam. It's going to be jitted. Sends it almost perfectly over to the other side. Lucas off the side wall. It's going to be jitted. Almost fine. Oh, he finds. Oh, Ethan. Ethan, the savior.
Most definitely.
I did not see that he was there.
Me neither, to be perfectly honest.
Oh,
nice little save by Braden, although he can't get past mid, so Ethan's answering it back, going for the shot, and misses.
Chill. Braden Chill. Last name. I don't know. I'm treating it like it's his first name, last name. Lucas, off the back wall, passes it over to Ethan. Off the side, but Jid's going to take it and try and send it back over to Edwin.
Edwin.
I'm starting to get that Guam grin kind of thing going. It's tough. Edguam.
Edguam. Meanwhile, Lucas. Ready to move on up. Ethan coming through. Lucas. Just can't get it past. Guam is hanging on by the narrowest of margins to their 1-goal lead. Nice play around 2, though. This could open up some opportunities as Braden is waiting there.
Oh. With only 1:05 left to go, Edgren's got to find a goal pretty soon here. Sent back over to their side. They got to get it out of there as soon as possible, but it's going to be Braden Chill. Not going to let that happen. Try to find another goal, or another shot. Ball kind of at a standstill in the air. Sunbow off the corner. Tries to find an angle, but it's a little bit too high.
30 seconds left. Can the equalizer be found by Edgren? As Braden Cho now ready to move on in, lands it lower right corner, and I think
Patterns!
that is the final word in this match, unless we get a quick kickoff goal. Loopers now to set it up to Lucas. No, that doesn't find it. That's going to do it. So what did we learn today about patterns?
Oh man, you should never ever doubt the patterns.
It works out in favor for Guam as they trade their last win, getting it in Game 7. Congratulations to them, and a big thank you to the USO, who strengthens America's military service members by keeping them connected to family, home, and country throughout their service to the nation as a force behind the forces. Woo-wee!
That was a close game.
It was.
I said at the beginning, this might go to a Game 7. I wasn't wrong.
Well, after a game like that, we're going to need a short break before we move on to Valorant to close out the night. So stay tuned. We'll be back with the second half of this USO DoDEA Pacific broadcast after this.
Potential to get a shot in. Not quite.
Oh, what a quick rebound there. He was trying to clear, but Braden Chill gets right up in his face, stops the clear, and scores a goal on top of that.
Back over the wall. It's going to be Cheeseburger. Can't quite get a hit on it. Sent back into the corner once more. Lucas. Neither player hitting the ball there. What? And just like that. I mean, it wasn't quite a trundle, I will say. That was a more... I'm so used to like almost every player diving for the ball at the same time, so it's really weird for me to just see, you know, either Edgren or Guam just sitting and waiting for the other team to hit instead. It's a different strategy. I kind of like it. Wait.
Sunbow. By Guam, but it could be what carries them to the match victory. But they're losing a lot of ground here as Ethan goes in for the shot. All of them miss, but the shot's too wide. It doesn't matter anyway. Lucas now to bloopers, or Ethan goes in for the other shot. And we're tied up.
The corner. Tries to find an angle, but it's a little bit too high.
30 seconds left. Can the equalizer be found by Edgren? As Braden Cho now ready to move on in, lands it lower right corner, and I think
Patterns!
We're with Liam after his 4th military move. When being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays when she misses home the most. Thanks to generous supporters, we're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today. We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. Thanks to your donations, we're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Welcome back to the DoDEA eSports Pacific broadcast, coming to you from the USO studio. We're about halfway through the proceedings. We finished our Rocket League match, and now we're going to get ready to jump on into a Valorant. But before we do that, a quick thank you to the USO. Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization, supporting the men and women in the U.S. military throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they deploy through their assignments and as they transition back to civilian life, the USO has always been there by their sides. Now, I'm Jake Palmer and Dallin Stars, and we are ready to head on in to our next match, which Edgren's going to still stick around, but they're going to be going up against Humphreys, the Blackhawks. So it's a battle of the birds here.
Where's that on the map?
That's Korea, South Korea.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Not too far. I mean,
Edgren's already lost one, so this is their last chance to put some sort of W on the board. Yeah.
You got to redeem yourself here. And in a game like Valorant, I believe it's a best of one. So this map, it is the map.
Well, let's look at the players who might bring redemption on for Edgren, or if Humphreys. We'll see if they can get the win, as we have Cookie Lint in a jar.
What?
Presumably Jay for the Fancy Duck and Mew.
And on Edgren, we have Lapsy, Captain Obvious, Frosty Creeper, Rolo Strauss. Oh, wait. W. Rolo L. Trash.
W. Roll Law is trash.
Oh, okay. And then CVOD 4. Humphrey's name's kind of stun launched.
Yeah, we either get the extremely long gamer tags or the short one syllables.
I think the most underrated one is presumably J, because it implies that it isn't J.
Yeah,
it's just an off chance.
Presumably J. We're like 90% sure it's J, but we can't make a guarantee here.
We're pretty sure it's J.
Presumably J. All right, well, let's see what is waiting for us on the Valorant field, as it's a one and done.
Any map that you're hoping for specifically?
I think with as many as the base agents that we tend to see here in the DoDEA eSports Pacific, it's going to be one of the classic three. If I had to say, we're probably going to go to Ascent. It's just kind of been the most popular pick here for the DoDEA eSports Pacific.
I always got to root for Bind. I'm a Bind enjoyer till the day I die. I love Bind. That's my favorite map through and through. Ascent, it's pretty standard. I wouldn't blame any team for wanting to pick Ascent. It's just kind of the one to go.
Yep. Is it the teleporters?
Bind has the teleporters.
Ah,
yeah, that's a win
there
for
we
me,
go.
baby. Let's go. Pretty interesting comp from Edgren here. I mean, Humphreys, that's basically
I like how Frosty Creeper is going full on flavor with his agent pick here.
Yeah.
He's going with the jet. Perfect for Frosty.
Is gonna...
going with the Sage, excuse me. What am I talking about? There we go. Humphreys Blackhawks versus the Edgren High School Eagles. Battle of the Birds here on Bind. It's a bird bind battle.
I can't remember what. Avian?
Avian? Yeah.
Avian. Okay, I was gonna do something. I can't figure it out.
If we were on Ascent, you could bring out Avian, but it's on Bind, so it's a bird.
They're not bovines. That's
yeah.
different. It's just that's tough. That's tough.
All right, off we go into the first pistol round as Edgren High School will be the first to attack. Humphreys on the defense. Already you can see Humphreys spreading themselves out pretty evenly between points A and B.
I gotta say, I'm pretty interested in Edgren's comp here. You don't usually see a lot of Neon on Bind, and neither is Sage. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Sage on Bind, so that's pretty
it's a really odd pick.
I mean, you know, you could just like wall off Hookah or A Short. It does what it needs to do. What? Oh.
I'm just, oh my goodness, trades back and forth between both teams as a fight. It looks like maybe just a pistol fight or a knife fight being brought out in mid.
Remaining.
The players are just as confused as we are. I don't understand.
You see, there are some people that like to play the game normally, and then there are others who like go knife fight mid. And then immediately go back on their word because they just want to watch the world burn.
I think that round was to figure out which team would be on defense and which one on offense. That's my best guess because I think that there are some.
I think it's the best guess you could possibly have based on what we just saw.
Some people, you know, choose off winners, but if it's one map, I think that's a pretty valid way of trying to.
Unless it was just we got our wires crossed and it wasn't one map, it was one round.
That was one round.
That was it. That was it.
And in that case, congratulations. End of the night, everyone. I don't even remember who won.
It was Humphreys.
Congratulations, Humphreys.
To the Blackhawks. It was great. Sorry, Edgren. You know, 2 losses. That's got to be tough. No, we'll get back on track here as we head back on down to Bind. But Humphreys is going to keep that one round.
All right. Just like that. Going to be seeing a little bit of action here on B site with what looks like 3 pushing out B long. Skydog is going to figure out where a couple are. Trailblazer. Oh, and with the Spectre. What is happening? What is happening? I'm scared and confused. I want to go home.
Well,
Mew was able to get you with like Ares.
That was like a vaudeville act there. That was beautiful.
Why does Ares have
He's just running and we see the bullet spray moving across the wall.
Not the Cypher Ares pushing out on defense to get a 4K.
But here's the thing. As wacky as that was, it still ended the way it should, with the team with the better guns getting a clean, flawless win, setting themselves up good for the bonus.
I still question what happened in that first round.
I'm still questioning, but you know what?
Push it aside.
You just push it aside.
Well,
much like the looming worries we have about the direction of our lives, we just push it aside.
Whoa! That was some cool camera work there for Paul and Neon. I'm liking this.
This is nice. This is like surveillance style. I like this.
Yeah. I'm getting Resident Evil vibes from this.
That is true. We're playing third-person Valorant. This is a blast from the past. Four's going to get the first pick onto CVOD and is making 4 bank with this outlaw. Comes on in. The other shot goes through.
Ooh. It's going to be Rolo is trash. Who is Rolo? What's your problem with him? Going to be holding out on this A site here.
They're trying to decide whether they want to go through the long way through Bass or Short. There is no route open to them that doesn't have some resistance. The best thing they could actually do right now probably is rotate on through to B since the Cypher is the only one there.
Not to mention all the Cypher utility is all just inside.
You know, this kind of security gamma point of view, it kind of thematically fits a tactical shooter. You know what I mean? Like this feels like we're watching a team like legitimately trying to infiltrate the base.
It does. It's like a little bit like Rainbow Six Siege in a way. I don't know. All of these like almost.
I've never seen it before now, but I'm in love with it.
Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, you're going too fast.
There we go.
Slow down.
Around the corner. Oh, there's so much util to deal with. 2 tripwires as well. They're trying
with only 13 seconds left to go. You're going to get stunned. Wait, what the?
Wow, the molly comes in clutch for Cookie Lint in a jar.
What a
Gets
molly.
a double with it, but Edgren only has one left. This Jet trying to make her way up. It just doesn't have enough time to even get onto the point. That'll do it in the bonus round one for Humphries. All lights look to be green to go for the Blackhawks.
That incendiary from Brimstone got a 2K. You don't see that very often. That was kind of crazy.
But Bind would be the map to do it
Bind?
with its enclosed spaces.
Bind is kind of the map where you can kind of do a lot of those Brimstone lineups and just generally, and it's also just, you know.
In the same spirit, that's why Raze is so popular on Bind, although I'm so surprised we're not seeing one Raze here on Bind.
I'm down for it. I'm kind of tired of seeing Raze. I'll say it. I'll say it. It's going to be seeing a lot.
Oh, this is well coordinated, but they're smoked off. Moves on in. That Neon is way out there, however, trying to clear out space and immediately gets the door slammed in their face for their trouble.
However, it is going to give a little bit of room for Lapsy to take control of this. Maybe?
We did hear a teleport, so we're trying to keep our eyes open for what might happen to be. It might have just been one by mistake as the Jet immediately tries to double back, regroup with the team. Trade back and forth. Humphries still maintaining a narrow lead, 4-3.
I mean, if it was intentional, I'd say it's pretty good bait because it did get that Sky to rotate
One
over.
enemy
Four
remaining.
lands a headshot, gets another to bring it to a triple. Now
we
it's
get
just
one
the
more?
Jet left. And, ooh, Captain Obvious takes out Fancy. Now it's just they got to make sure they play to this tempo, maybe try to force a double peak. Although Captain Obvious lands one to presumably Jay.
30 seconds left.
Question is, even if they win at the pace they're going, do they have enough time to grab that spike and plant it? They're running out of it. And that updraft up to that little shack roof proves to be disastrous. Humphries now goes up to a 4-0.
I was really excited for 4 there. I saw the 3K. I was just waiting. One more. Give me one more. Live up to your namesake. But alas, not today. 4-0, though, is a pretty commanding lead so far from Humphries. I mean, like, we had that first, I gotta stop thinking about the first round. It confuses me and scares my brain. Rolo, gonna be leading the team. A little more skeptical this time around, understandably, that Cyphered trip.
Well, they've pushed A so much that B, I think they've pushed once and that's it.
And the one time they did, it was not very successful, so.
I mean, to be fair, all the times they pushed A weren't successful either, so, you know, might as well try B again.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, hey,
There
this is
we
a
go.
great start, but it's answered back. Lapsy gets their Jet, but Mew trades it on back, so it's going to be a duelist traded for a duelist. Still anyone's game at 4 apiece, but very crucially, Humphries does have that healing from the Sky, so it's going to make them a
Spike
bit more
down,
tanky,
B.
and Mew lands a headshot onto Captain Obvious, and a neural theft on top of that as well. They're going to get so much good information. They're going to see that they're all still bunched up in hookah, and it's going to give Mew the opportunity to try to close the jaws in from behind. Flank them,
One
lands
enemy
one,
remaining.
and a beautiful team play to get him from both front and back. 5-0 for Humphries.
Mew with a 4K. Great round for Humphries. This time around, I mean, everyone's got to switch up the strategy in one way, shape, or form. It's, you know, it's getting tough. I think this round, it looks like they're just going to focus on a half buy, understandably so. I mean, they've attempted trying to rush in really quickly. That was pretty unsuccessful for them. And the flash from probably Jay is going to go out. Going to take out, hopefully, Jay.
Hopefully,
Potentially, Jay is going to go down.
Jay. Presumably Jay, potentially Jay, hopefully Jay.
And it's just going to be one lone Cypher to hold down this site. Some solid trips to go down. Just waiting
for Humphreys to make their move here. They know that it's risky because if they see that one Cypher smoke going off, that means that the trips are probably there too. So they're going to be playing this very carefully, and instead it's going to be a 5-person rush all the way over to A.
But look here, this angle's being watched by the Jet. Although
Gonna
the
get
match
taken
clear a lot
out.
of space.
There we
Huge
go.
pick onto 4.
This is the turnaround that we needed from Edgren, but it's going to be Mew and Cookie.
Spike
Not only with the
planted.
pick from the
One
Vandal, but
enemy
also the
remaining.
Incendiary again. 3K. What a turnaround.
They placed it right in the doorway to
Wow.
Baths, and
Captain Obvious going to get taken out. Just like that, Humphreys is going to secure their 6th to 0. Wow.
they're already basically halfway there.
Now, do we see the elusive 13-0?
You know what? I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. We've seen sweeps that dominant here before. Thing is, Robert Diegren has been saving up literally everything they have. They've got 5 ultimates and a timeout as well.
This is the round for them to win. With 5 ults, you better
If they don't win this, that's the thing. If you can't win with this,
you got to wrap it up.
and after a timeout, you know, you have all the ultimates. You have an extra timeout to strategize all those ultimates. Everything is lined up for you.
You have a full buy this round because you half buy last round. You need.
There is no excuses. Literally no excuses.
They really, really should be winning this next one. If not, they're going to be in for a bumpy, bumpy ride.
Yep. And we could see that 13-0 that you were talking about.
It is within reach for Humphreys here. I know that that's what their goal is.
Yep. Must-round win for Edgren right here, right now.
I mean, you could just call it an offense-defense, or not offense, an attack to defender type difference, you know, where it's possible
Get out
that,
of my way.
defending is really easy on this map. But, you know, it is kind of a team differential thing. Gonna be sending out another probably J-Dog. I'm just gonna keep finding different synonyms.
I wish you luck.
Lapsy.
We already see the Blade Storm from Edgren. Can they pick up any eliminations with it, or will it be an awkward stare down into this rotation over? They already got 1 over near Baths.
He's out the owl drone.
Oh, that lurker's going to be found. And their spike holder went out all by themselves and forced the whole
One
team to
enemy
move
remaining.
through. What even happened there? There was some sort of huge...
Wow.
There was a huge disaster of coordination there as their spike holder... I mean, I suppose they were trying to fake out, and their spike holder goes on to A, but... Putting your spike holder right out there. Your sentinel of all people, too. The spike holder.
We're a little too high. Put me down. Put me down, please.
Yeah, this is...
I'm seeing some things I wish I didn't see. I mean...
Is it more or less disturbing than the first round?
You're really putting things in perspective here. I got to say that first round.
Yeah, that's still, you know,
I
hold a
mean,
candle to that.
Edgren still is holding on to 4 ults here. However, they've lost all their weapons that they had before.
And one of their ults, so.
No more Blade Storm.
There.
Gonna be sending out the old.
There.
Okay. Able to ping them out with the stun.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, gonna get shut down by
Oh.
Fancy Duck.
He was just waiting for him. Captain Obvious lands 1 onto Mew.
Good trade out.
4. Oh,
Spike
talk
down.
about 4. He just comes in with the double.
The triple.
Orbital
Can we see
strike.
it? I want to see it. Give me that 4K. Come on now.
Well, it could be any of them. They're going after all at once, but it'll be, you know, Jay.
Maybe Jay.
Maybe Jay. Allegedly Jay.
Allegedly Jay's a good one. Man, I need to pop out some synonyms for this. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, 8-0 now. I mean, What is a team to do? Assume they have more weaponry to use this round. Drone is going to go out. We're going to be seeing Sova ult.
Hunter's Fury, although it it looks like he hit Trash there and a little bit himself. Still manages to survive and get the first blood. Down to 7 health.
Trash only on 7 HP. It's dire. Wait.
Still managing.
It's a pickoff.
There you go.
Whoa, bad timing
One
there.
enemy remaining.
Nice recovery on the spray transfer though.
Captain Obvious with only a sheriff. Whoa! What?
Well, I mean,
I know you had to know he's low, but even still, that's just like shorty in the air.
that's how you wish the shorty worked.
Yeah.
I mean, the sawed-off shotgun. That's how you think it would work.
That's how it would work in reality.
Yeah.
You do something like that, you'd win. 4 up with a 17-3. Wow. What a jet. I mean, at this point, I'm not really sure what you do.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have another.
I'm surprised they've been sitting on the Sage ult for so long, which again kind of it makes it so mind-boggling that they had their Sage go out first on that rotation, because you want the Sage to hang back to be able to even things up.
Like, I can understand not really using the Omen ult. It is pretty situational unless you're just trying to get like some sort of surveillance. But I don't know. It's going to be hopefully Jay.
Lapsy plans to pick on the Mew. Good start for Edgren. He's also got overdrive.
Shoots every single angle imaginable.
Well, hey, one of them's got to hold someone eventually.
And he finds it. There we go. Takes out Cookie Lint in a jar.
And also
What a
J-Do.
disturbing name.
Spike
4.
planted.
I mean, if anyone could turn this around, it would be 4. Fancy Duck gonna be taking out
One
Neon.
enemy remaining.
4 take just like that. 4 is a menace.
He's and when you have someone like
Defuse
that
the spike.
on your do list who
Defuse
has
the
so
spike.
many of their abilities just designed to get those quick kills, really hard to answer back to that.
Only 3 rounds away from the destined 13-0.
Oh, you're saying it's destined now?
I mean,
as destined as the pattern.
Desired.
Okay. Desired and destined are two very different things.
I was thinking of the first 3 letters of the word.
I'll give you that.
That's kind of how my brain works. So not well.
There.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm out of here.
Rolo going in super fast. Dives back. Gonna get stuck.
Oh, no. Oh, and 4 is already.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's
Got
how it goes.
Lapsy.
Gets blinded. Oh, no.
Now moving to even more. They're closing on them from both ways. And there goes Captain Obvious. Cookie Lint in a jar falls back. Player formerly known as Jay picks up a double. It might just, wow, take Humphreys over the edge to 11.
Last round in the
And
half.
are looking down.
We are
a
looking
perfect half.
Last round of the half here. You know, things could turn around next half. That's the end of the sentence.
Well, have you ever, in all your time, because I haven't, but in all your time playing Valorant, have you ever seen someone bring it back after 12-0?
I have done it one time. One time we turned it around from a 12-0 and we were able to win in overtime. I believe it was
The best
double
I've
overtime.
seen is like they bring it back to a 12-6 or 7, but I have personally never seen it.
Yeah. Get a nice look at the scenery here.
And move on
4.
into
Spike down A.
Baps is 4 already, being the menace. Has to get caught. Oh,
We're
gets
gonna get
caught up.
stunned.
Nice stun, but they aren't able to secure the kill.
Not quite capitalize on it. Gonna get stunned out by the wingman.
Mew and 4.
Oh, wait. Captain Obvious here.
It's just
enemy
slamming
remaining.
with the Guardian and manages to find 2. But it's not going to be enough. The overwhelming numbers advantage from Humphreys will give him a perfect round and go
Switching sides.
only 1 away
Match
from that
point.
all-important 13 score.
In all likelihood, Jay.
I like that. In all likelihood, Jay.
I mean, 4 is obviously, it doesn't need to be mentioned, but I will say Captain Obvious is doing the best they can for Edgren here. I've seen a lot of like either trade outs or just, you know, 1-2 picks that just try and turn it around. But this is the round that really decides it all here.
It could be the last time that we get to talk about more often than not Jay.
Not Jay. What are you implying?
No, more often than not.
Oh, more often than not, Jay.
Oh!
Okay, okay.
Well, 4 already getting the first pick. And I get this Sage is so clutch here in a round like a pistol round to be able to heal that back up. It's a very quick plant by Humphreys.
It's going to be walled off. Try to go for the plant here. Seavog holding it down.
Is this the first time this whole game we've actually seen a plant also? It actually just occurred to me, I don't think we've seen the spike be planted once, but now Humphreys on attack and they'll do it, making it a 13-0.
Turn your desires into destiny. That's my word of advice of the day.
There you go, there you go. And make sure Jay's on your team.
Make sure Jay's...
Don't be 90% sure.
All things being equal, Jay.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is going to basically do it. There's not really a lot to say after a win like that. Congratulations to Humphreys, proving that they're the top dogs. And another final thank you to the USO, who is the nation's leading organization serving the men and women in the U.S. military during their time abroad throughout their deployments. And as they transition back to their homes, the USO is always by their side as a force behind the forces. That's going to do it for us tonight, though. This is a Gem and Dow ready to sign on off, and congratulations to both Guam and Humphreys for your victories. That'll do it for us. We hope to see you next time. Jet immediately tries to double back, regroup with the team. Trade back and forth. Humphreys still maintaining a narrow lead, 4-3.
I mean, if it was intentional, I'd say it's pretty good bait because it did get that Sky to rotate
One
over.
enemy remaining.
4 lands a headshot, gets another to bring it to a triple. Now it's
get
just
one
the
more?
Jet left. And
5-person rush all the way over to A.
but look here, this angle's being watched by the Jet. Although
Gonna
they
get
managed
taken
to clear a lot of
out.
space. Huge
we go.
pick onto 4.
This is the turnaround that we needed from Edgren, but it's going to be Mew and Cookie,
Spike
not only
planted.
with the pick from the Vandal, but
enemy
also the
remaining.
Incendiary again. 3K. Get a nice look at the scenery here.
And move on
4.
into
Spike down A.
Baps is 4 already being the menace. Has to get caught. Oh,
We're
gets
going to get
caught up.
stunned.
Nice stun, but they aren't able to secure the kill.
Quite capitalize on it. Going to get stunned out by the wingman.
You and 4 got 1 over near Baps.
He's up the owl drum.
Oh, that lurker's going to be found. And their spike holder went out all by themselves and forced the whole
One
team to
enemy
move
remaining.
through. What even happened there? There was some sort of huge.
Wow.
There was a head trash there, and
Yeah.
a little bit himself still manages to survive and get the first blood. Down to 7 health.
Trash only on 7 HP. It's a dire. Wait.
Still
It's a
managing.
pickoff.
There you go.
Spike
Whoa.
down.
Bad
One
timing there.
enemy remaining.
Nice recovery on the